Hello, I am Tanya. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Travel in India by Road. I am here to give you information about how to visit Leh and Ladakh by car from Mumbai in most economical way, at the same time visiting maximum sites. Mumbai to Leh is about 2,398 kilometers via Jodhpur and about 2,368 kilometers via Chittorgarh. It is 55 hours of continuous drive. To make the journey comfortable, one should take 4 or 5 overnight stops for rest. There are 2 routes to reach Leh from New Delhi. One is via Manali, and the other is via Srinagar. I suggest going via Srinagar, even if it is longer by many kilometers, as it opens earlier, has less snow, and better road conditions. En route from Mumbai to Leh, via Srinagar, it is advisable to take overnight stops at Chittorgarh, New Delhi, Jammu, Srinagar, and if needed, at Kargil too. But I suggest you to skip staying at Kargil. On the way, if you can spare time, you can visit Chittorgarh Fort, Red Fort and Qutub Minar, at New Delhi, houseboat experience, at Srinagar, Kargil War Memorial, at Kargil, Pathar Sahib Gurudwara, and Magnetic Hill, just before reaching Leh. But this may extend your number of days to reach Leh. So, you will reach Leh in 5 to 7 days, depending on how much time you spend on sightseeing on the way. Once you reach Leh, I can suggest few budget accommodation that are economical, have good facilities, with parking and peaceful location. My choice would be Lachak Guest House, Vusa, Hostel, Empyrean House, Zustal, Leh, Turpan Homestay. As you have driven gradually to the high altitude to Leh at 3,500 meters above sea level, there is not mandatory need to acclimatize yourself. Buy Diamox tablets, a medicine for mountain sickness, due to lack of oxygen. 1 full day rest would make you ready for the hectic adventure drive in the coming days. On the first day in Leh, get your permits from the DC office, or through an online application process for visiting places in Ladakh. Make at least 3 copies of each permit, as 1 copy is definitely to be deposited at checkposts at the entry points. Suggested spots are PANAMIC, Nilabur Valley, HUNDER, Disket, and Pangong. You would be passing through 2 very high passes. One is Kardungla Pass, the other is Chongla Pass. Both remain covered with snow throughout the year. My choice of vegetarian restaurants at Leh is Chaskamaska, Dongtang, Tibetan Kitchen, Jesma Restaurant, Neha Snacks, Dogra Dubba, Sharma Punjabi Dubba. In the evening of the first day, you can visit the Shanti Stupa to experience the sunset and evening lighting. You get a good aerial view of Leh city from here. Entry is free. There is limited parking near the Shanti Stupa. You need to check the air in your tires, fill fuel, as you would not get fuel anywhere in the Ladakh region, except at Disket. Check your vehicle thoroughly, buy the required medicines, and packed food, as you would not get any market in the Ladakh region. You may not even get drinking water. But at a few places on the way, you may get Maggi and tea. So, be prepared for the worst in case the weather becomes bad. To save time and distance, and to reach the destination well before dusk, here is the suggested route shown on the map of Ladakh region. Start from Leh, early in the morning. After 42 kilometers, cross Kardungla Pass, at 18,380 feet from mean sea level. Kardungla Pass is covered with snow throughout the year, and there are chances that you may have to drive on a very rough terrain. Do not get out of the vehicle for a long time, as the oxygen level is very low here. Just click photographs and leave the place as soon as possible. In case of requirement of oxygen, there is Army camp that can provide you oxygen, free of cost. Continue straight at Kalsar. After a few kilometers at the fork, take the right road that goes to PANAMIK at 10,442 feet altitude from mean sea level. At PANAMIK, you can enjoy the Sulphur Hot Springs. The best place for overnight stay is Oasis Resort, that has private bathrooms, with sulphur hot spring water, fed into the tanks. They have a restaurant too, and lot of parking space. Next morning, go ahead of PANAMIK by about 20 kilometers to Aranu, and see the large statue of Guru. It is an offbeat place, and many people do not know about it. In this region, there are no restaurants, so manage your food requirements at the resort only. From Aranu, come back to PANAMIC. HUNDER is about 100 kilometers from PANAMIC, and it takes 5 hours to reach there. Proceed to cross the Shoyak River, till you come across a junction that has signboards. Take right from here. This road will take you to HUNDER, passing through the Nubra Valley. Nubra Valley is very scenic, as you can see in the photograph. People collect stones from here, as you get a good variety of different colors and shapes here. The Shoyak River flows in the Nubra Valley. You will cross Disket, marked by a giant Buddha statue. Disket also has the one and only petrol pump in this region. Fill the petrol now, or on the next day. The valley slowly and gradually turns into a sandy terrain, with sand dunes everywhere. At HUNDER, it is recommended to stay at Schusfeld Guest House. They serve food in the rooms, parking is available. In the evening, visit the sand dune and take a ride on Bactrian Camel. Bactrian Camel is a double-humped camel found in HUNDER. At the dunes there is a good restaurant that serves a variety of dishes. Stay overnight at HUNDER. You can see the route in the map, showing route from HUNDER to Pangong. HUNDER to Pangong is 167 kilometers, and takes 8 hours to reach Pangong. From HUNDER first go to Disket, then reach Kalsar. At Kalsar, take the narrow road going to the left. This road would go straight to Pangong. There would be some rough patches, but the drive is very scenic. Start early after breakfast. Try to reach Pangong well before sunset. From HUNDER, drive 13 kilometers to reach Disket. Fill petrol, full tank, at the petrol pump at Disket. After this, visit the Maitreya Buddha statue. You can go inside the Maitreya Buddha statue to see the first floor meditation center. You can get good views from the statue deck. There is a restaurant near the statue. Parking is available. Your drive to Pangong would be very scenic, as you can see in the photograph. The clean blue water of Shoyak River would mesmerize you. You would get restaurant at 2 or 3 places on way to Pangong. Maggi and tea is commonly served in these. You would reach Pangong by the evening. You would be welcomed by the beautiful view of the Pangong Lake. The evenings are very cold here. Good tented accommodation available at SPANGMIK. They quote very high rent, so better to negotiate as a walk-in customer. Do not miss the night sky view. You must have never seen so many stars and a very bright moon from anywhere as you get to see from Pangong. Next morning, visit the Pangong Lake very early, as suddenly the temperature rises and the sunlight can become unbearable. There is no shaded area near the lake, so carry an umbrella for protection. Leave Pangong Lake. From SPANGMIK, after driving for about 52 kilometers, in 1 hour, you would reach Durbik, where there are plenty of eateries. Have lunch, or get it packed, as food would not be available anywhere for most of the route, till you reach Shea. From Durbik, after 45 kilometers drive, you will be at Changla Pass at an altitude of 17,688 feet. The terrain is very bad and covered with snow at some patches. You can take photographs and leave soon, as oxygen level would be low here. After 60 kilometers drive from Changla Pass, in 1.5 hours, you will reach Thixi. You can visit the Thixi Monastery, if you have time, otherwise you can plan to visit on some other day from Leh. At Shea, there is Rocks and Minerals Museum, which has good collection of rocks and fossils. Adjoining the museum, good vegetarian food is available at Pure Veg Punjabi Dhaba. You will reach Leh by the evening. This way, your 4-day tour of Ladakh would be completed. To recap, the details are shown here. On day 1, you reached hot sulphur springs at PANAMIC. On day 2, you saw the statue of Guru at Aranu, then passed through Nubra Valley to reach sand dunes and see Bactrian camels at HUNDER. On day 3, you visited Maitreya Buddha statue at Disket, and reached the Pangong Lake at SPANGMIK. On day 4, after seeing the Pangong Lake, you crossed Changla Pass. You visited Thixi Monastery and then Rocks and Minerals Museum at Shea. Your route from SPANGMIK to Leh is shown here. From SPANGMIK you came to Durbik, then cross Changla Pass, take right turn at Kauru, reach Thiksi, pass Shea, to reach Leh in the evening. Your return journey back to Mumbai can be by the same route, via Srinagar. If the road conditions are good, you can return via Manali too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this information would be useful to you, to save your time and money, and also plan your itinerary, as per our route map. By subscribing to our channel, you could remain updated with the latest information on travel that we keep uploading from time to time. Thank you very much for joining.